You're watching Local 5 News.
Well, good evening. Well, the two women who want to be your next governor met face-to-face tonight. This was the first and only debate between Republican incumbent Kim Reynolds and her Democratic challenger Deidre DeJear. Now, the debate was an hour long. It was hosted on Iowa PBS. Right out of the gate, moderators asked both candidates their overarching messages to voters heading into the election.
Our fiscal health is strong, our national profile is rising, recognized as the #1 state for opportunity, affordable housing, fiscal responsibility, and we've been named one of the top 10 states to live in the country. So we are, we are pro-parent, we are pro-family, we are pro-taxpayer, and we are pro-freedom. I'm proud of what we've been able to do over the last 4 years. I was honored to give the response to the State of the Union and really share Iowa's story with the country. And so that's what we'll be running on. We're going to build on what we've done over the last 4 years. I think the best is yet to come.
Iowans want to see a stronger education system. I mean, our state was once #1. We're 18, 19 on the list, and we know that's not where we belong. They want to see affordable and accessible health care and mental health care services in our communities. Rural Iowans are driving 45, 60 miles to get care. In urban Iowa, they live right next door to the hospital and don't get the care that they need. And then, the other thing is that folks wanted to see their economies grow all over the state. And so when you ask what our Democratic message is that we see Iowans, we see you as people, and we are insistent on putting you first. We want to make sure that we're maximizing every single one of your taxpayer dollars to work for you.
The debate became more heated over abortion rights. Governor Reynolds saying her efforts will go towards reinstating the fetal heartbeat law, banning abortion at about 6 weeks or when a heartbeat is detected. That is now being considered in the courts. Deidre DeJear saying the Supreme Court's ruling on Roe v. Wade giving states the right to decide on abortion put governors on the front lines of protecting access.
Not only did we pass the heartbeat bill, but we've worked really hard to, enhance maternal health issues. We have 2 pilot programs in working with the Grinnell Hospital and in Carroll, and it's focused on maternal health care. They've had some really great outcomes from that, so next year we want to expand that. We've expanded safe haven laws from 30 days to 90. We passed the Moms Act this year that more option and supports for maternal health. So again, my goal is to provide birth control over the counter. So we want to make sure that we have adoption, that we're enhancing and making sure that people know, families know that those are an option as well. So I signed the heartbeat bill. We've continued to work with legislation or different support systems that we can put in place to help maternal health. We'll build that out next year.
I am not going to criminalize women. I'm not going to criminalize nurses. I'm not going to criminalize doctors, women for getting access to the care that they need, and doctors and nurses for providing that care. The fact of the matter is pregnancy has infinite variables. And we know so much more now than we knew 20, 30 years from today. My mother, again, died 3 days after my little sister was born. The science that we have now, if used back then, could have kept my mother and my little sister alive. I believe that it is undemocratic and irresponsible for us to try to dictate in black and white this situation that has infinite variables as it relates to pregnancy. And so I want to codify Roe in our state because that had the reasonable restrictions with exceptions that most of America agreed upon.
And if you'd like to hear more from the candidates on topics like education, school choice, eminent domain, and student loan forgiveness, you can watch the entire debate on our website, weareiowa.com. One candidate was absent from the stage tonight. According to PBS, Libertarian candidate for governor Rick Stewart did not meet the criteria to appear in that debate. However, Stewart believes Iowans deserve to hear new ideas. We spoke to Stewart on what Iowans need to do to see change.
If Iowans want change, they're going to have to vote for change. And change is not either of my opponents. Change is me. You might not agree with everything I say, but I guarantee you one thing. I have different ideas. I have a lot of ideas, and I also know how to listen. So you will be able to participate in Iowa democracy if you go to my website and if you vote for me.